She was the only one who came back. Emily, eyes wide open, covered in dirt and blood, barefoot, silent. The search team found her just standing there, in the woods, alone, right where Camp Red Pine used to be. But Camp Red Pine was shut down 22 years ago. They said a group of college friends had gone there, a group of 6: Emily, Zara, Josh, Tyler, Sophia, and Ben. They'd been best friends since freshman year, and this trip, it was their last summer together, before life pulled them apart. Someone had found an old blog, full of stories, rumors about Camp Red Pine, about kids who vanished there in the 90s, about shadows in the trees, about the whispers. It sounded perfect for a thrill weekend. No phones, no Wi-Fi, just tents, flashlights, and a story to scare each other with. They reached the camp just before sunset. The cabins were old, half rotten, the sign out front barely hanging by a nail, but they laughed it off, even when Tyler joked, "Bet the ghosts are still watching." They all laughed, except Emily. She heard something from the woods, like a voice, mimicking Tyler, but slower and cracked. The night began like any other. Campfire stories, beer, old songs from Josh's speaker. Zara recorded a vlog for fun. Fake screaming, spooky flashlight under the chin. They even played Truth or Dare. That's when things turned. Ben was dared to enter the old mess hall, alone. He took the flashlight, vanished into the dark. They waited. 10 minutes, then 20. Then they heard him scream, loud, like something tore it out of him. Josh and Tyler ran in first. Then silence. No one came back. Emily, Zara, and Sophia followed. Inside, it smelled wrong, like wet earth and something rotten. That moved. They found Tyler first, slumped against the wall, but when Emily touched his shoulder, he moved, jerked. His head snapped toward her, eyes wide, blank, and his mouth, it opened. But the voice wasn't his. It sounded ancient, like multiple voices trying to speak at once. "You brought us back," Sophia screamed. They ran, back into the woods, but the forest had changed. There were no trails anymore. The trees looked closer, taller, and in the distance, they could see them, shapes, dozens, standing still between the trunks, watching, not moving, just breathing, if they were breathing. They made it back to the tents, but the tents were gone, only ashes, like they'd been burned long ago. Welcome to the Fear Loom Tales, where the woods remember every step, and the dead don't stay quiet. Zara was next. She ran toward the lake, said she saw someone waving, said it looked like Ben. She screamed his name, and ran in. Emily watched her dive. The water went still. No splash, no air bubbles, nothing. Sophia and Emily hid behind the storage cabin, trying to breathe quietly. Emily whispered, "They're not dead, are they?" Sophia's lips trembled. "I think they are, but they still remember us." Then Emily felt something wet on her shoulder. She turned. Sophia's eyes gone, her mouth wide open, blood pouring out. A hand, not hers, was reaching from her throat. Emily ran through the woods, tripping, bleeding, hearing voices in every branch, every leaf, her name whispered, repeated, mocked. She doesn't remember when she stopped or when the world went quiet. Only that when she opened her eyes, she was standing alone at the edge of the trees, and the rescue lights were blinking in the distance. She never spoke a word for days, until a therapist asked, "Where did your friends go?" She replied, "Nowhere. They never left." When the police checked the body cam footage, they found something strange. A figure in the background, in every shot, sometimes closer, sometimes hidden behind trees, but always watching. And in the last frame, Emily, looking straight into the lens, smiling. Now, she lives in a hospital, tightly secured, doesn't talk, but she draws pages and pages of the same thing. 6 people around a fire and a shadow growing behind them. The facility's guard once said he heard scratching behind her door. He looked through the camera. She was asleep, but the scratching didn't stop. When he opened the door, there were footprints on the ceiling. Now, tell me something. Have you ever been alone in your room and suddenly felt like someone was behind you? You turned. No one's there, but something's colder, still, wrong. Because maybe, just maybe, one of them followed her back. And maybe they're with you right now. If you're still watching, you're brave. Really brave. Most people would have closed this video long ago, but you stayed all the way to the end with me in the dark. And for that, I'll leave the lights on for you just for tonight. Come back tomorrow for another true horror story right here on Fear Loom Tales.